Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So we are looking into what is it that prevents you from understanding the Mahavakya. Yeah. Especially in terms of, apart from the teaching being right or wrong, or the qualifications being not being there, that you are not clear about tat, you saw last class. Here it will be because you are not clear about tvam. When he says tvam tat asi, what is being equated? Not the body, etc. That has to be negated. That means your identification has to shift from the body, mind, etc. into the I. The conscious being minimum. The one who's aware of everything, the witness. That is being equated with Brahman. So if tvam is not clear, the same problem will come. That problems we saw last time. Tvam problem, same thing. Yes, Swami. I am the seer of the body, I am not the body. I am the seer of the prana, I am not the prana. Yeah. Can you really say, no, the body is only an instrument. I can make the body do what I want. Yeah. That instrument part and that I am the body, not the body, is not very clear for people. You get stuck at that level. I am independent of the body. Body is dependent on me. Not very clear for people. You say it, but it's not clear. Okay. One little discomfort and you are thrown off balance. One little disturbance, you are thrown off balance. One little discomfort. Then where? It doesn't work. I have to see this fact very clearly. I am not the body, I am independent of the body. Body is dependent on me. Too much of comfort orientation. Oh, it's cold, I want socks. Yeah, wear socks and come. I forgot my socks. Let it be. I'm uncomfortable. Forget it. Class is going on. Listen. Can't do that. Can't do that. Are you understanding a simple thing like this? Yeah. I'm not saying push the body and fall ill. Oh, Swamiji said push. So it's blowing and it's raining and I will go out and stand there. Fine, do that. You want me to put you all through that type of training? No. Let's all have meditation in the Ganga today afternoon, half an hour. Come. Yeah. I'll take you to a waterfall close by. We'll stand under the waterfall and do pranayamas. You want that training? So, if I tell somebody, hey, take care of yourself, that doesn't mean we are talking of body identification. We are just taking care of your equipment. Yeah. Be like a Parsi owner of the car, Keep it in good condition so he'll serve you all the time. You don't become a problem for someone else. Yeah. At the same time, let the body listen to you. You not listen to the body. This balance is not there in people. Because I am the body, too strong, too strong. That it is an instrument. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you find this even people coming for the short courses. We have come here now. Then we should not be bothering about trimming our hair and everything. 3-month course. Why? You are not coming here to become a wild gollywog. Grooming. Should we use a deo or not? You better use. You have to stay with each other. That is a practical thing. Part of grooming. No, but I won't step out of the room without my makeup. Why? I want to show the world what I really am. I made this joke because there was this girl coming to my camps. Coming for a morning cup of tea at 6 o'clock, she would have a full makeup on. I joked about it, I talked about it. Now I see her going here and there without makeup. I said, you can use makeup, it's okay. No, I just want to get used to that. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, body identification. Take care of the body. It should be strong, it should be powerful, it should be able to do what you can do, what you need to do. Functional fitness is important. That's an instrument. You'll keep your car in good condition. Especially when you're going to drive on the expressway. But body identification is different. Too strong. The eye is lost in the fold of the stomach. And then you're saying, Tattvamasi. I understood the concept. It is not a concept, it is reality. You're conceptualizing it. The prana is I. Prana is I doesn't really happen with most people, except feeling high energy, low energy. I need to catch a nap. That's all okay, we're taking care of it. But those of us who do energy work, the identification of the prana can be strong. One has to guard against that. Prana is another instrument. You have to direct it now. Hey, go here. Prana refuses to go. No, flow. Push it here, push it there. Again, emotions, same issue. We're too caught up in our emotions. Our inner reality is our reality. Why are half the people late in the class today? Because you got carried away and sat, so beautiful Ganga, and you sat there. Puja is over, everything is over, spend 2 minutes and then come up, have breakfast and come for the class. What happened? Caught up in the emotion. Caught up in that emotion, getting carried away by that emotion. But Swamiji, it's so beautiful, we don't come often here. Correct? And every day you're listening to Vedanta, right? That emotion, you are caught up in that emotion. Or anything, you are carried away by an emotion. Yeah, emotion is for you to have. Swamiji used to give this example. This is the dog and this is the tail of the dog. As long as the dog is wagging the tail, it is beautiful. But you know how our emotions are? The tail starts wagging the dog. That dog cannot afford that tail. One, learn to master your emotions. Do whatever is necessary for it. My workshops, Swamiji's workshops, our sessions on mastering the mind. What she's doing, the whole thing is on mastering the mind. No? Therapy, if necessary, go for that therapy. It's okay. Part of Karma Yoga. Get that mind ready. Once you master the mind, then you understand you are not the mind. I'm depressed. You are not the mind. What will happen? Anything will happen? If you are depressed and I say you are not the mind, will anything happen? Nothing will happen. Manage that by whatever means necessary. Otherwise, you will end up with a dissociation. If a depressed person is told you are not the mind, or someone who has a psychological issues are told you are not the mind, you will only create a dissociation between you and the mind, which is problematic. Or we deny our emotions. I have seen that also among students. Emotions, what for? I am a man of reason. I need to understand the truth. Like this guy, he came into my camp. Okay. He says, Swamiji, today is my 30th wedding anniversary. Not 30th, 50th wedding anniversary. Next week we are having a celebration. You must come for it. I said, yes, I'll happily come for it. 50 years of marriage is not an ordinary thing. When was the last time you told your wife, I love you? But Swamiji, I married her, na? This is like our old Hindi film dialogues. Hey champ, the father is telling the son, you're supposed to marry this girl. But I don't love her. Who asked you to love? I'm asking you to get married. Our old Hindi film dialogues, remember? I said, think about it, what the emotion is supposed to be. What is it, Swamiji? It is just some care and some physical intimacy. What else is love? The guy is so emotionally dead. Now what to do? I have to give him some sadhana, na? What sadhana will I give him to make him more emotionally alive? So I said, what is it that you like? What is it that you love? Whether it's an action, something, where you feel more alive. I like old Hindi film songs. I said, good. Every day, at least for half an hour, you are going to listen to all the old Hindi film romantic songs. Old ones. Not the newer ones. Tere nani mar gaye to main kya karu. Not that type of songs. No. Don't ask me those songs. I don't know. Okay. I am not much into singing. What are the old time songs, romantic songs? Old time. Anyone knows? Lag ja gale. Huh? Lag ja gale. Lag ja gale. Okay. Yeah. Or Mughal-e Azam. प्यारी किया कोई चोरी न की. It's a bit rebellious, but so all those old songs. So for 6 months, because I told him, and he said, Even though he's older than me, he is a good student, He listens very. So after 6 months, I asked him, how do you feel now? In fact, last evening after dinner, I told my wife I love her. She was a bit surprised, but she was happy. She didn't ask you, what wrong have you done? No, she didn't. Good enough. I mean, that also can come up. Okay? So many years he has not said, now he is saying means he has done something wrong. Emotional opening up. For the truth to flow to you into your heart. If you are not emotionally open, but you are not the mind. See, this balance is difficult to have for people, no? You know the mind. Mind is an instrument in your hands. At the same time, you own up the emotions. Without denying any emotion. That's all negative emotion. What? It's your emotion. Worship Shiva, worship the Shiva Ganas. Acknowledge that. Otherwise, the emotion will hijack you. At the most inopportune moment, it will hijack you. Guaranteed. Otherwise, it will come up when you quieten the mind in meditation. All that you are denied will come up when you quieten the mind in meditation. So, don't deny anything, own up everything. At the same time, understand your emotions are only meant for functioning, not you. You are not your emotions. Difficult for people. That balance is difficult. It's easy to dissociate and say, I am not all this. You get stuck. Yeah. Uncommunicative upbringing. Your parents were uncommunicative. This happens. Yeah. I known in families where the father will not hug his 10-year-old daughter because she's become big now. No? My students come and hug me. And I say, Swami, you are not a traditional teacher. Revade. Those who feel like that can walk out. Don't come to me. Yeah. Emotions. Ideas, your reasoning. Big issue with people. Because we are all thinkers. Most of our work is not with our body, no? It's more with our thinking. We are thinkers. So, good. Thinking is an instrument, it's a tool in your hands. But I get so identified with my thinking. Either I deny my emotion, then I am overthinking about things. I am identified with my ideas and thoughts and think that is the only right thing. You're thinking. Yeah. Haven't you seen at parties two men butting heads to prove they're right? Arguing endlessly just to prove they're right. Revade. Let it be. Why are you arguing endlessly for that? Yeah. I've seen people coming on TV and saying, Mama is right, Mama knows best. And who's the son? 40-year-old guy. Thinking, I think only I know. I have the last word in everything. No. You are caught up in your thinking. Another form of conditioning this is. Yeah. read something, yeah. Some wrong ideas, and you hold on to it. I must be detached. That's what all the spiritual books says. Where did you read it? Vairagya. Vairagya is objectivity. It is dispassion. It is not detachment. What are you? A railway compartment or getting attached to the engine and detached from the engine? What are you talking about? What is detachment? Vairagya, objectivity towards your thinking. Objectivity towards your thinking, towards your ideas. Yeah. Don't you own it up too much. The I is lost in your thinking. Get stuck. Then you say, come and Tattvamasi. I'm stuck with my ideas. My baby it is. My idea is my baby. Where are you going to understand Tattvamasi? Tell me. You're lost in your head. And believe me, those people who are lost in the head are fighting against the world or isolating themselves from the world. These two things happen. Sometimes both, which is the worst thing to happen. One side you fight the world, and another side you isolate yourself from the world. Delusional, that is. That is delusional. If you're lost in your head, there's no emotional connect. Yeah. Yeah, this happens to a lot of us. Work on that. I do not have the last word. I'm a thinker, all right. Thinking means learning and growing. If you're really a thinker, you learn and grow all the time. Yeah. You'll be willing to learn? Yeah.
Could you elaborate the lost in the head?
Yeah.
Could you please elaborate the lost in the head bit a little more?
Yeah, you're lost because you're identifying so much with your thinking. Where is I? Where are you objectifying your thinking? Whereas you're saying thinking is an object, I am the subject, I am independent of my thinking. You're not saying that. You're lost there. You may say it. You don't feel it. It is not you. You're lost in your ideas. And where are your ideas come from? Something you read somewhere here and there. Anyway, it's not your independent thinking. Where is independent thinking? All that you have read here and there, you're getting stuck on. Yeah?
Being lost in the head essentially refers to being identified with one's thought processes?
Identifying with thought processes means what? I have an idea and I'm stuck on that idea. And I think that is right, nothing else is right. Yeah. It's true. Many rebels are like that. Yeah. If you're in your teenage years, you're not a rebel, there is something wrong with your heart. If in your 30s and 40s you're still rebelling, there's something wrong with your head. Okay. Yeah. It's true, isn't it? So sometimes you're stuck with ideas. We don't see that we are stuck there. And we carry it forward in spite of learning Vedanta for 10 years, you still have that idea. And you're stuck on that idea. Yeah. And the combination of being stuck on your emotions and your ideas, you end up being a control freak. You want to control everyone around you. From your roommate to the government of India. If possible, Trump also. That guy wants to control everyone and you want to control him. I'm exaggerating, but so that you will understand where it is going. You know, where it is going. This is where you are stuck. The I is lost in your head. You are not seeing thinking as a tool. You are not thinking, you are not understanding that thinking is only an instrument. I am the one who is using that instrument of thinking. I, the conscious being, is in charge. Thinking is a tool in my hand. It's a big tool, it's a great tool. It's like a samurai sword. But the sword is supposed to be sheathed. Not carrying in your hand all the time. Sheath it. Polish it. Sharpen it. Use it. Yeah. What do you mean polishing it? Check up the ideas with other people. Talk, read, get new information, see what my thinking is right or wrong. I already decided the thinking. Then you become blunt. The sword has gone blunt and you are not sharpening it. You think you are a great thinker, but you are not. You are stuck in it. At the most, you have some gift of the gab, therefore you can talk a bit about it. Nobody taught you how to think. Did anyone teach you how to think? The most important thing you can do is to think. Nobody taught you how.
Schools even don't talk about it.
Huh?
Schools even don't talk about it.
Yeah, the ancient education talked about it. Therefore, we learned thinking as a process of socialization. Everyone around us, we also learned how to think. And thinking is natural because it is there in you. Therefore, you picked up all the distortions that are there in the society. Google search, distorted thinking. You will get some 25 styles of distorted thinking. That's one of the first things I do with my students when I teach the Gita. What is your distorted thinking? If you understand your distorted thinking, you can handle your emotions. Thinking is full of distortions. One of the leaders said, either you stand with us or you stand against us. Black and white thinking. And India stands up and says, we are neutral. We are Indians first. We will think for India first. You want to make America great again. We want to make India great again. Russia wants to make Russia great again. Each country should stand for itself now and learn to cooperate and function. Can you see the thinking where it goes off? I am not talking politics. I am talking about the thinking that how it influences. Black and white thinking. We all get stuck with it. Are you my friend or are you my enemy? You don't have acquaintances. Don't you have various circles of friends? We have what we call in Bombay, train friends. You know? And we travel by the same train. Hello. That's all. The interaction is only in the train. Or bus stop friends. In the morning you see... Two close friends, buddies, 3 a.m. buddies. You want some problem, you will talk over. It's not that if you are not my friend, you are my enemy. Various shades. Between black and white, there are a million shades of grey. And life is about handling grey areas. But we are stuck in that type of thinking.
Why is it that when you meet certain people, like on flights, you feel that you've got a common objective or something, but then most of the time you find it's only related to that.
This thing. That's
at that time
there.
the
Yeah.
feeling is, my God, we
True.
are like good friends.
Yeah.
And we have so much in common.
Yeah.
But afterwards, it's
Yeah.
like you go my way, I go yours.
Correct. You know, there is a new expression for this. The youngsters have come up with a new expression. It's called glimmer moments. Correct? Correct or not? No. Where the youngsters go? Glimmer. Narayana, what's happening? You all don't look at things beyond religion or Vedanta. By then you should have been great jnanis by now. वो भी नहीं है. A glimmer moment is like this when you connect up with another human being. There's some pleasantness, niceness. But it lasts only there. It can be like this on a flight, on a train journey. What happens? Train journeys are even more like this. Because train journeys sometimes are overnight. So you become friends, you can buddies. You even exchange numbers. You don't call. You don't call. Yeah. Raat gayi, baat gayi. Correct. So glimmer moments are that. Glimmer moments also may be when two people connect on an elevator. One is coming down, one is going down. You saw someone. Nice. You felt a connect. You felt a connect at that moment. Glimmer moment. The glimmer moment can become a problem. We start fantasizing. She smiled at me. She likes me. Maybe I should follow her. And then you become a weird creepo stalker. Okay. So this is I was thinking of thinking. You get stuck in various thinking like this. Global labeling. Fallacy of fairness. Life is not fair. So life is not fair. Did I promise you will be fair? But Swamiji, karma phala. Karma phala is across lifetimes, not this life. Yeah. So here is what? Yeah. My life is unfair. And the other guy thinks you are unfair. Who's fair? What is fair? Did you have a written agreement? No, Swamiji, it was understood. Understood by whom? The person read your mind. What? You read that person's mind. What is understood? Not fair. What do you mean not fair? I mean, what is fair? What is not fair? Tell me. Unless we have an agreement, what is fair, not fair? Yeah, certain common agreements are there. 8:30 class starts. I'm fair. I'll give 2-3 minutes grace. But you come 10 minutes, oh, Swamiji started. Not fair. Swamiji is talking all this distortion, emotions, thinking, etc. Is talking about me, not fair. That's called personalization. Of course, the cap fits, wear it. But don't personalize everything. As kids, we used to play this game, Two of us are traveling. There's a character sitting there. Very important looking guy. So we look at him. Look at each other, smile. Look at him. That guy gets self-conscious. He thinks we are talking about him. Classical personalization. We are playing a game as kids. This was when I was 12, 13. Okay. So playing this game. But I understood then this is yeah. Personalization. It's like this. There are a lot of distortions in our thinking which we picked up because nobody's taught us thinking. Yeah. We are not studied logic. If you study logic, it'll be a bit better. So in ancient India, thinking was taught. In the Western world, it's only Robert de Mello who wrote that book, Lateral Thinking, about 40 years back. The first book that came about thinking was that. Huh? De Bono, yeah. About lateral thinking. Most boring book written on thinking. It's a struggle to read through that book, and it is written very boringly. His later books are very good. 6 Thinking Hats, 6 Action Shoes. Very good books of understanding what thinking is. Then I think I'm not sure, he came to Chennai once. Because he wrote a book called Po, beyond yes and no. Why you must have come to Chennai and asked someone, is it like this, is it like that? And that man must have said, Poya. Poya means go, go fish. So he wrote Po, beyond yes and no. Because you get stuck in a binary system of thinking. You're stuck in a binary. And there is more than binary, no? Is it like this? Is it like this? No. Third option. No. Fourth option. Fifth option. If you do that, you know that your thinking is, you're not stuck in your thinking. You're not lost in your thinking. Yeah, that's part of mastering your mind. And if that is not done, you're lost. The I is lost in your head. Yes, Upalabdhi Sthanam, it is fine. Where do you find the I? Here. But you can't be, you have to be there to find it, now. You can't be lost in the head. So, these are the things that prevent you, some of them. Okay, there's much more. Swami will cover some of them. Where, because I am lost in all these things, I don't really understand Tattvamasi. Tvam is not clear. I am the Sakshi, the witness of everything. I am not my body, my emotions, my thinking, my ignorance. I am independent of all that. All of them are dependent on me. I am independent. Thinking is a tool I use to understand the world. World keeps changing, so sometimes my understanding also has to keep changing. Thinking also has to keep changing. Same type of thinking doesn't work everywhere. Language has its own emotion. Emotion has its own language. Thinking is a language. Emotion has its own language. Yeah. Someone comes and tells me, hey, I love so and so. Why? Why? Why do you say you love someone? Tell me why. Can you give a reason? Oh, because she is nice. So sometimes if she doesn't become nice, you will stop loving her, correct? One day she says, I've stopped becoming a nice girl, okay? Because as a nice girl, everyone takes advantage of me. I'm going to be a dharmic girl, but I'm not going to be a nice girl. Stop loving? Oh, because she's so caring to me. So one day she doesn't care, she'll stop loving her. Swamiji, I read in the Upanishad, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Because she pleases me. And I like my pleased self. Therefore I love her. So if she doesn't please you, you can't love her. Does that mean that? No marriage would survive. Understand that statement properly. You quote it without understanding. Yeah, you're quoting it without understanding. This is all half-baked knowledge. Understand the language of emotions is different. Language of thinking is different. This is what maturity of life is supposed to be. And then to understand you're independent from all these things. They're all tools. Instruments at your service. Emotions, thinking, prana, body. Body is just a vehicle for relating to the world. It's me. Self-love. Narayana. What is self-love? Pampering yourself. Huh? Remember that satsang I said? What Commodore told those rebelling soldiers? In the forces, we are taught to be comfortable with uncomfortable things. So what are you cribbing against the heat? I'll say the same thing to full-time students. What are you cribbing against the heat? There is no AC in the ashram. You're here to become like sadhus. Learn to be comfortable in the heat. At least you have a fan on. No? My time there was no fans also. The fans were there, but power would go out for 6 hours in summer. So put up with it. No, Swamiji's too. Yeah. What about the value of titiksha? What happened? What is titiksha? Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Putting up all the difficulties of life without wanting to waste my time redressing them. Chinta vilapa rahitam. Without chinta or cribbing about it. Vilapa is cribbing. Sa titiksha nigadyate. You'll quote what happened in your life. Summer, too hot. Rishikesh is bound to be hot. Tapobhumi hai. You come here for tapas. Winter will be freezing. Summer, you can fry eggs on the rocks. Rainy season, flooded. Malarial right through, except for winter. This is Rishikesh. You're coming here for tapas. You're not coming here as a tourist. Living here is tapas those days. Just to live here was tapas. Why? Power goes off for 6 hours. Heat. And when power goes off, peak demand. Peak demand is where? Either in the night or in the afternoon. At the hottest time, no? You go off. You talk about titiksha without having titiksha. You crib about things. Because the eye, why do you do that? Because the eye is lost here in the morning. Eye is lost here. God, I have been trying my girlfriend 3 days, I can't get her on the phone. 20 years back, we had to write letters, which will take 5 days from to reach. Now your instant communication are uncomfortable if you don't have that. No titiksha. Yeah?
But Swamiji, does that mean that you put up with the filth and the dirt around you? Just because it is titiksha?
Learning to put up with things. Now this happens in degrees. It happens in degrees. Okay. For the laborer on the road, it is not titiksha, that is his normal life. This is normal life. Okay. One small little example. Pujya Swamiji. Pujya Swamiji lived here for years. And when Swami Chinmayanji had a heart attack in 67, 68, something around that time. In Delhi, he was talking in Delhi when he had a heart attack. So who will complete the talks? The show must go on. No? The teaching should go on. So they sent a car to pick up Swamiji from Rishikesh here. There is no telephone, etc. And telephone, even if it is there, you have to book a trunk call, which will take, if you are lucky, 4 hours. I'm not joking. This is how Rishikesh was. So they sent a car to pick him up. He came to, he said, of course, picked up his jhola and came. And he's coming to complete Puja Swamiji's talk. They booked him in a 5-star hotel with soft, nice beds and pillows. And here he's sleeping on the floor with just a jamkana, like something like this on it. Not even that thick. He's sleeping on the floor. And uneven ground. Now we have made all this even. This is, you don't know the amount of work we have done to make it like this. So the first time he lay in that bed and he was sinking in the pillow, I think, my God, I can't sleep on this bed. He was uncomfortable, he was not getting sleep. So he took a cushion from the sofa, you know, those throw cushions. And he slept on the carpet below. Now I am getting sleep. For him, Titiksha was to sleep on the bed. Comes in various forms. Yeah. Someone gave me a box of Ferrero Rocher chocolate. Then my maid came. I said, where will this lady ever get a chance to eat a Ferrero Rocher? So I gave her 2. You know the small strips come in three packs of 3. I gave her 1, please. I know she is a kid. बच्चे को ही दे दो. हाँ Swami. So went. And next day she comes and tells me, बाबा जी, मैं ऐसा लड्डू कभी नहीं खाया. I never tasted a laddu like this. Yeah, different culture, different exposures. Different culture, different exposure. And if you are exposed to different things, your thinking changes. No? That's important. I seem to be talking now from Mahavakya Vichaara to simple things. Don't worry, I'm going to go back into Mahavakya Vichaara. But that simple thing is important to make this understood. You don't understand the truth, you can't understand the Mahavakya or make it in your life because Tat problems, Tvam issues. Your personal bias, conditionings. Likes and dislikes, etc. We are doing it in Karma Yoga. Swami is doing that. I'm just linking up. This is just linking up with what she is doing and what I am doing. Because these are the issues where Tvam is not clear. What are your conditionings? What are your thinking issues? Yeah. So when you're developing Tiktisha, it will be in stages. Yeah. Hey, you're used to 5-star comfort. Okay. Stay in a simple place. Yeah. There's one Orthodox Tamil lady who came to my class. Her daughter was a yoga teacher, and this lady is full of conditionings. Really. I mean, she's not my student, but she came because I was taking a trip to Badri Kedar. I said, okay. I said, Amma, it's not going to be an easy trip, okay? No, I'm ready for anything. I said, sometimes I'll make you do things without giving you a lot of reason because this is the Himalayas. You can't take the Himalayas for granted. Na? Okay? If you say we are leaving, be ready to leave. Because you don't know when the weather will change, when what will happen, when a landslide will be there. Are you ready for all that? Yeah. Okay, then come. Because normally I take only my students, I don't take others. Students' families, I give an extension. Chalo, aaja. But I make this thing clear for them. So she came. I said, now is also a chance for me to break some conditionings. So I told the mother and daughter, I'm just going out here. We're coming. Okay. I said, you know this place? It's customary that when you pass this place, you sit down, you stand on the road and eat hot jalebis. Yo, I don't eat food from outside. You come on a yatra. Made us stand there, eat jalebis and have tea. It loosened, it didn't break her conditioning, it loosened it a little bit. Typical Tambram she was. She is. That muddy, etc. All this is good for a priest. If you're going to be a student of Vedanta, loosen it up. Loosen it up. Yeah. Because the I is caught up in all this. Your identity. Yeah. Your identity with what you do. With what? Yeah, we all have a past and we all Talk about it also if there is a learning involved or sharing. Fine. It's not part of your identity, it's part of what you did. This is only what I do. Inside I am much more. A great philosopher said that. You know who was the philosopher? My students are laughing. They heard the story before. It was Batman to his girlfriend who said that. Only what I do, then I am much more. But it's right. Only what I do. I was this, I was that. Correct. Well, that's what you did. So it gave you an identity, it gave you growth. Now, time to drop it. Time to drop it. Yeah. Yeah. For knowing the truth, drop it. For sharing an experience with someone, if it helps someone, share that experience. Yeah. But I remember in one of the camps, this is another identity that comes in. I had started a class and I was taught them for about a year or something. And they all felt very important. Swami Dayanji was one of the greatest teachers of this. Even the Shankaracharyas used to respect him. All the Mandaleshas would respect him. And I am studying from one of his senior students. So they had that. Acha. Senior student? Yeah, in one level senior student. Correct. I own it up. Another level? ये तीनों काल अतीत है. Senior junior क्या होता है? Atma is beyond the 3 periods of time. What are you talking senior junior? So anyway, so they had that. Then they come to the camp. Okay? And they feel, no. You know, I've been studying for a year with Swamiji. How long have you been studying? So the other lady is a good student of mine, been with me for years. No, I've been studying for some time. No, tell me how long? About 10 years. Oh. No, I have attended innumerable camps. You think that's an inspiration for a newcomer? After all that camps, you are like this only. I say Banda ban gaye. He's the same idiot. You think that's an inspiration? You think it's an inspiration. I don't blame him. Why? Oh, who has said that? Why? I've been teaching him you're changeless. My fault, okay? Not his fault. Or her fault. So can you see where all you're stuck? All this thinking, and then you expect to say, and the consciousness, limitlessness. It doesn't work. Because you're stuck here. You're taking yourself too seriously. You're taking yourself too seriously. What is the self you're taking too seriously? Not self. मैं साधु महाराज हूँ. या ओम नमो नारायण स्वामी जी. स्वामी जी बोला मैं महाराज हूँ, मैं मंडलेश्वर हूँ, आचार्य महामंडलेश्वर हूँ मैं. I was offered that post 40 years ago. I politely declined. I said, Swami ji, Guru Seva bahut baki hai. I can't come with you to become a Mahamandalesh. Guru Seva baki hai. That's the only answer you will accept. What? A role. But you are an Acharya, Guru. When I teach, once I'm outside, I still play the role of a Guru. Atma is not Guru. Atma is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Guru is a role. When you teach, you are a Guru. But you are always teaching. Yeah, you are always teaching. You are showing how to be Ananda. If you are Ananda, you are a happy person. No, मैं आनंदा हूँ लेकिन बैरागी हूँ. There is a group of sadhus here who are called Bairagis. Arey, every sadhu is a Vairagi. Why are you calling yourself special Bairagi? मैं पैसा नहीं छुएगा. I won't touch money. So if you give them 100 rupees dakshina, they will not accept it. But they'll accept a blanket. They'll accept an umbrella. All that is much more than $100. You're forgetting. What is money? Resources. Where do you get the blanket from? Money. So, what this great thing? मैं पैसा नहीं छुएगा. I know a guy who gives corporate lectures who says this. No names mentioned. पैसा नहीं छुएगा. So when they call him for a lecture, they have to buy 2 tickets for him. One for him and one for his assistant. Why? At the airport, he has to have a cup of tea. He doesn't touch money. Then his assistant has to carry some money, buy the cup of tea and give it to him. So the corporate has to spend for 2 tickets, not 1. But पहुंचा हुआ महात्मा है. Wrong notions. Do you think he's going to understand I am everything? Really? He's not from the Advaita Sampradaya, thank God. Very popular speaker. Are you getting? This is all where an individual gets stuck. Some are extreme examples not applicable to you, but lot of them are applicable to all of you. Okay. That's why when I talk, I know some people feeling a little bit, because they have that. Good, I struck a chord. And some people sit feeling nothing. I am above all this. This is the problems with Tvam. Tat conditionings, Tvam conditionings. If you don't free yourself from them, Neti Neti Iti. Neti there with Tat, Neti there with Tvam. Neti Neti is not just saying I'm not the body, I'm not the thing, I'm not. Neti is all this. Understanding the nuances. The Upanishad will mention it like that. Neti Neti Iti. Nuances is left for the teachers and the students. The Acharya has to point out, the student has to see, from based on what he has said, what is special applicable to me. Because you may be a great guy with some special conditioning that I have not said. But on the basis of what I said, you can be self-aware enough to understand this and see where the problem lies. Where is the issue? Yeah. Once you take care of that, Tat and Tvam taken care of. Tatvamasi should be very clear. The Tatvamasi should be very clear. Understanding why is clear. Little bit handling doubts, etc. Little bit nitidhyasana, it becomes a fact of your life. Before you know it, you find it's all fine. Yeah. So if you find it's not becoming clear, see where my issues are. Tattvam. Of course, adhikaritvam, etc. we need to look into it. You need to see whether the teaching is proper. You see a sampradaya with, if you know enough, you can judge that. But for that you have to know something. This guru is not traditional. Why? I don't see a namam on his head. Correct? You think the vibhuti makes me traditional or the methodology of teaching makes me traditional? God in His wisdom gave me an oily forehead. Anything I apply goes away in an hour. After the Ganga Arati, we did that. Is it there? I don't know. Not there, it's gone. And after that, I have not gone and washed my face. It's gone. There's the Lord speaking to me. All these paraphernalia you don't need. You stand with the knowledge and nothing else. So, with that, okay, with all that tattvam issues, okay, there's still a couple of Mahavakyas to be seen. Okay. Yeah. Dehe Bhrutam Varaha we saw last time, okay. Then there is a very interesting verse. We'll just start it. I must carry it forward in the next class. Okay. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyaktamurtina mastani sarva bhutani nacha aham teshu avastita nacha mastani bhutani pashyame yogam aishwaryam bhuta bhran nacha bhutastaha mama atma bhuta bhavana. It is not exactly a Mahavakya like Tatvamasi etc. But it says the same thing. So therefore I am telling you Vakyas which are similar now, which don't follow the Samanadikarnyam structure etc. Okay? Though the classical Mahavakya will follow that. To be classified as a Mahavakya, it has to have Samanadikarnyam, Visheshna Vishesha Bhava, Laksha Lakshana Bhava etc. Now look at it in this one. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurti. Maya avyaktamurtina idam sarvam jagat tatam. By me, the pure consciousness which you don't see, avyaktam, which you don't see, this jagat is pervaded. Like how space pervades this room, I, the consciousness, pervade everything. Mastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastita. I am not in them, they are in me. This is a divine spark in all of us. God resides in our heart. Revade, Revade. God is saying the other way around. You reside in me, I don't reside in you. We all say with bhakti, God is in my heart. Yeah. God is saying, I am consciousness manifest in the whole universe, and He is saying I am sitting in His heart. He is in me. The wave is in the ocean, no? Ocean is not in the wave. What is true? Yeah, God in my heart. Make believe. I feel divine. Acha, it's good emotions, but it is all that, only emotions. What is fact? Nachama. Te mayi. Mastani sarva bhutani. Nachaham teshu avastita. I am not in them, they are in me. That means what? Everything is Ishvara. Na? What is not Ishvara? Sarvatma bhava. That fact I am everything. Then he says, Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaish. They are not in me also. They are not in me. Kidhar gaya? For them to be in me, they have to have something separateness from me. Na? Like in a pot, you can put a lot of things. No? All the flowers, etc. You can put. People are, the person has made a lot of time adjusting, arranging all that. If I take all of them and put in the pot. And then he says, they are not in me. Look at it. The wave is in the ocean. Ocean is not in the wave. Then the ocean is saying, wave is not in me. Why? I am the water, wave is also water. Where is them and me? Where is you and I? There's only one water. There's only one consciousness. Ho gaya kaam. Can you see how you're shifting the idea? Our general idea of the reality is God is in me. That is beginning. Acha. God is in you, not that He is everywhere, He is in you also, no? If He is everywhere, He is in you also. That much is okay. Then it says, really speaking, I am Ishvara, consciousness manifests in the totality, therefore everything is in me, I am not limited to them. Yeah, that's the fact. Yeah. Everything is Ishvara, you are in Ishvara. That's fine. The next step is what? They are not in me. I and they as separate entities don't exist. I and they as separate entities don't exist. There's only one consciousness. You cannot say that unless you shift to the consciousness. The ocean cannot say that unless the standpoint is shifted to the water. Wave is a standpoint, ocean is a standpoint. What is water? The point. Not a standpoint, it is the point. It is a reality. So same way here. Jiva and Ishvara are standpoints. Consciousness manifests in this limited body, Jiva. Consciousness manifests in the totality, Ishvara. What is the reality? Consciousness. Where is you and me then? You and Swami, but I am still there, no? Yeah, really? Where is you and me? Really, where is you and me? Take the stand on consciousness, where is you and me? There is no you, me. There is only one consciousness. Functionally? Functionally means you come to manifestation. The moment you say functional, you are coming to the manifestation. Okay. You be you, I be me. Okay. As functioning is concerned, you are you, I am me. Achha. Yeah, you are there, I am there. Yeah. That's function. That's at the level of manifestation. That's the level of the manifestation. Fine. What is the manifestation? What is the truth of the manifestation? Consciousness. The consciousness is fact. Manifestation is experiential, what I deal with. That's another conditioning. Experience is real. Experience is not based on reality. All your experiences are based on non-reality. And experience doesn't teach you anything unless you analyze it. Experience by itself cannot teach. You have to have the right perspective and analysis to understand it. There was this person from Alcoholics Anonymous, a preacher going about talking about the problems of drinking. And he believed in experience-oriented learning. So if he would keep a glass of water and a glass of whiskey, he'll take a worm, drop it into the glass of water, happily swimming about. Take the worm, drop it into the whiskey, it'll die. What do you understand from this? One guy from the back. Sir, I have learned something. What is that? If you drink whiskey, there will be no worms in your stomach. Can you deny that? The fact that the stomach also will be harmed is a different thing. That's the learning the preacher wanted to say. Experience-oriented learning, be careful. You see that you get the holistic analysis and understand properly. Otherwise, you'll go to an AA meeting and say, drinking is good, no more worms. So once a week on Saturday at least, drink some whiskey so that you will remain free from worms. That's experience doesn't teach. Analysis of an experience, and that also from the holistic perspective. So similarly, you get a lot of experiences, we can mature out in it. This is not an experience, this is learning. That your consciousness is something to be understood and learned and owned up in your life. Okay. There are a couple of more verses I will do, including some verses by a wise person. Here also, I have still a little bit left in that, but that we will do break ke baad.